Matt Coyle, do you feel as though there's a little extra pressure to do well this year?
I do, because this year decides what college you're going to, and if you don't do well this year, colleges don't look at senior year, so I've heard. So if you don't do well this year, it's the most important year.
Do you feel that's very stressful for you?
I feel it's extremely stressful.
Thank you.
I wish I found some better sounds no one's ever heard.
I've heard it's the hardest year in high school, and there's a lot of work, and it's kind of hard to manage sports with the schoolwork. It just piles on, and it's tough. A lot of stress.
Be bad. We got AP work, it'll probably be stressful. Yeah. I'll probably fail and drop out. SATs and stuff, like that's probably stressful. Yeah. I assume. And like that's when the college search starts. That's a little scary.
Instead of once a week, I'll probably cry 3 times a week.
Sleep even less.
Yeah. So from 4 to 2 hours.
These classes.
Next year I'm planning on taking AP Lang. I've heard from a lot of people that it's a very difficult class, a lot of writing, which isn't my best suit, but I want the challenge. And I'm also taking pre-calc, which is I've also heard that's a lot tougher than the sophomore class, and it can be very stressful. So.
I guess junior has like the notion that it's going to be a really stressful year, taking SATs, taking ACTs, AP classes start up, you have a lot of schoolwork ahead of you and for the year. I think that it wasn't as bad as people make it seem, which led to a huge buildup of stress before like it started, before like junior year officially started or got going. You're like, oh my god, I have to do this. I have those things after school, and you're super stressed thinking about what you're doing. But then once it actually happened, it's not as bad as everyone makes it seem. So I think a lot of stress comes from other people's like opinions or other people's like influence on you.
Thank you. Is this year?
Yeah, I think so. A lot of my friends were taking AP Lang, and my teacher recommended it, so I felt like I had to. And then next year I've been recommended to take AP Chem, but I've heard it's kind of hard, so I really don't want to, but I've been pushed to do it by my chem teacher.
Thanks, bud.
Totally fine. Yeah, I think that everybody in junior year feels pressure to take difficult classes because this is the most important year of your high school. This is like when you start thinking about college, and I think especially if you have older brothers and sisters, I think it can be difficult because like if they took difficult classes, then your parents are like, you should take difficult classes too.
Alright, so yes, definitely. Eventually you gotta choose between whether you want a good night's sleep or whether you want to do well in school. And if you want a good night's sleep, then you don't do your homework, you don't do your projects, you don't, focus on your schoolwork. But if you do focus on your schoolwork and do your homework and all that stuff, then you don't get a good night's sleep. And then the next day in school, you don't do well in school, you can't pay attention, you keep trying to fall asleep in class. So, like they go hand in hand. You can either do well in school, but then it'll sort of hinder you down the road, or you can try to get a good night's sleep every once in a while and try to balance it out.
How much time do you normally have to do homework?
Well, I do like sports and stuff, so each night I get home at around 8:30 or 9, and then I don't really go to sleep until midnight, and then I gotta wake up early, so a couple hours, but homework normally it takes more than that, so I don't really do it all.
Thanks, Brad. Are you lenient with due dates for homework, knowing that your students are involved in other extracurricular activities?
I would say I'm not lenient. I would say I'm more understanding. I understand because I teach AP juniors and seniors, so I understand that they're heavily involved in extracurricular activities, sports, student council, clubs. They have after-school jobs. They have families they have to take care of, younger brothers and sisters. So high school juniors and seniors really have a lot going on in their lives, and sometimes things are going to get lost, priorities are going to get put in place. And so I wouldn't say I'm lenient with missing homework, but I would say I'm understanding, where if a student misses a homework assignment, that they'll still have the chance to make up that homework assignment, because I'm not just going to abandon their learning, and not have them learn something important just because they had too much going on that night. So I'll give them an opportunity to go back, to make the work up, correct the work, do the work, and then turn it in for maybe points off or for late credit. But I think it would be counterproductive to my goal as an educator to have a kid miss a due date and then be like, don't do that assignment, I'm not going to accept this, don't apply yourself, don't try. So I feel like I'm not lenient, I'm more understanding.
That I'm gonna have to say no for that, even though it sounds kind of mean, I guess. Only because, like we were just saying, junior year is really important, and I think each teacher has a different outlook on how they can improve you to prepare for college. So with that, they give their own large amount of work, and it just sort of piles up, and it's a snowball effect, and you're loaded with work. So I think they're not really thinking about other classes. They're just trying to prepare you for college. So yeah.
They're pretty stressed.